Hi everybody, it's Miss Austin. I'm going to be doing the lesson 7 practice problems. Diego wrote f of x equals x plus 2 times x minus 4 as an example of a function whose graph has x-intercepts at x equals negative 4 and 2. What was his mistake? So if the graph, you could think of this either way, but if the graph touches at negative 4 and positive 2, then the factors, right? Negative 4 turns this factor into 0, so that'd be plus 4. Because if I put a negative 4 in there, negative 4 minus 4 is 0. That's why you have the point negative 4, 0. And if it touches at positive 2, then this needs to be negative 2. So he just took the zeros and put those in. But when you're writing the factors, it's the opposite of the zeros. So the x-intercepts are what make the factors equal to 0. I don't know. There's probably a better way to say that. But Number 2, write a possible equation for a polynomial whose graph has horizontal intercepts. By the way, that just means x-intercepts again, right here, at 2, negative 1/2, and negative 3. And it says possible because there's more than one answer, because you could put a number in front of this thing. I'm just going to keep it real basic. I'm going to get my 3 factors ready. If it touches at 2, then this was a negative 2, right? I better call this f of x equals. If it touches at negative 1/2, I'm going to hang off on that one for a sec. If it touches at negative 3, then that means that's a positive 3. Now, you could just put positive 1/2 in here, but I want to get a little bit more fancy. How did they get, if it touches at positive 1/2, right? Then this was, remember the little shortcut, it's the opposite of this. So this must have been a positive 1. And then this is 2x. I want you to think about that. Look, if I solve that to 0 now, I'm going to subtract 1 and divide by 2. You see how I get negative 1/2? Now, if you just put x plus 1/2, that's fine. But technically, you would write it like that. And why does it say possible? Because you could throw like a 3 in here, a 5, you could put negative. It would still touch at those 3 spots. It would just have a little bit different shape. Number 3, which polynomial function's graph is shown here? So let's look. This is touching at positive 3, negative 1, and negative 4. Those are the roots or the zeros. So remember, the opposite of those is going to be what it's written like in factored form. So I'm looking for a positive 4, yep. A positive 1, yep. But then that 3 should be the opposite. So it should be positive 4, negative 3. There it is. Right? Look, x plus 1 means it touches at negative 1. X minus 3 means it touches at positive 3. X plus 4 means it touches at negative 4. Number 4, which expression is equivalent to? So let's practice multiplying these out. I'm going to do FOIL this time. So it's first, outer, inner, last. You could also do the box. 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 3x times negative 5 is negative 15x. 2 times 3x is 6x. And 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. If I put those two together, negative 15 plus 6 is negative 9. So it's 9x squared minus 9x minus 10 right there. You could also, just want to remind you, if I lost you on that FOIL method, you could do it this way. 3x plus 2 times 3x minus 5. Look, 9x, 6x, negative 15x, negative 10. Combine those, still get the same answer. Or FOIL, whichever way you like better. What is the value of 6 times x minus 2 times x minus 3 plus 4 times x minus 2 times x minus 5 when x equals negative 3? All right, so we're putting a negative 3 wherever we see x. I'm going to do this a little bit in my head. 6 times, if I put a negative 3 right there, that makes negative 5 times, if I put a negative 3 right there, that makes negative 6, plus 4 times, that'd be negative 5 and negative 8. Now you have to multiply all of these and then all of those, then add. So what is this? First of all, negative times a negative is a positive, so now I'm going to forget about the sign. So 30 times 6 is 180, plus a negative times a negative is a positive. 20 times 8 is 160, so 340. All right, match each polynomial with its leading coefficient. So you don't really have to do everything out because look, this is it's just the 3. Those will all eventually get multiplied together. So x times, let's write this out. X times 2x times 4x is what? 8x to the third, so it's 8. 8 is the leading coefficient on this one. So I'll just say number 2 goes to this, or 8. This one, we're going to have 1/2 times x times 2x times 4x. So the 1/2 times the 2 cancel each other, so this is just 4x to the third. So this is a 4 right here. Letter C, I have 5 times x times 2x times 4x. I don't even really have to do the x's, I just have to do the numbers, but so, because that's a 1, right? 5 times 1 is 5x. Okay, I don't do it that way, actually. I'm going to do my numbers first. So that's 8 times 5. This would be 40x to the third. So 40 is your leading coefficient on this guy. What do we have here? We have a negative x times 2x times 4x. So that's going to be negative 8x cubed. So negative 8 is your leading coefficient. And then just to make sure I'm right, this better come out to 2. 1/4 times x times 2x times 4x. This time the 1/4 and the 4 cancel. So this would be 2x to the third, 2. Yep. All right, guys, I hope that helped, and I'll see you soon.